What is Alan Kyerematen talk? Where is his record? He show us one record. Cassava record. Alan Kyerematen should not let us talk about him. They said somebody was sleeping in cabinet all the time. 2018, 2019, somebody was sleeping in cabinet. The MPP ministers have told me.
Alan Kyerematen, aka Afafrantos Papa. By now, the Anjumo they have to repeat and they say, oh, enyamwa, mia na maye, munkani amo pentremi, oh, enyamwa. Samson, a former president, John Kufuor, the favorite versa, it was by now, walking campano, that shall not touch my anointed. It was assembly answer Paul Adom Otchere. We descending on Alan Kyerematen. Minim say Alan or Paul Adom Otchere and somehow all canoe to the ender, Alan Kyerematen. Obesu. Na Ayeka Ursula Owusu de wase asamna kra Alan wonya miss call. Hey! Inkrofo ya no ya. Ebusu ache wadwuma no comment section ho na share video we ma afoforo so ensa enke bi midi di kojo black. Alan Kyerematen endra wo baka ya mede ne story by ya wo chem say former president John Kufuor ensem bi a okan say Bawumia is the best. He is the man of the moment. Wo hwe omo gina say yento aba mo no mu be di president na. Dr. Bawumia or the Muslim Kokra. So Alan Kyerematen bufu ya mobaka na dwenchire former president John Kufuor. Emma Alan Kyerematen kra no or der Kufuor say, on much reason ti a wo kyerem say, Dr. Bawumia is the best among 13 people are omo contested as president no. So Paul Adom Otchere ebusuan. When your introduction. Now with the intro no kra no sania. Okay, can I join watch Alan Kyerematen no? Or say without Kufuor Alan Kyerematen is nothing. The reason.
I have seen the Alan video. I was sad when I saw it because I know Alan Kyerematen. I know his relationship with John Kufuor. I know how much John Kufuor wanted to promote Alan Kyerematen. I know how much John Kufuor has endorsed Alan Kyerematen. There's no Alan Kyerematen without a John Kufuor. It is John Kufuor who promoted Alan Kyerematen. From the days of Empretech, it was John Kufuor who made Alan Kyerematen Ghana's ambassador to the United States at the turn of the century. John Kufuor said Alan Kyerematen should go and be the ambassador in America. Alan Kyerematen went to be ambassador, but that's when people who didn't know him from Adisada, Lachimota and family, all of us who didn't know him, that's when we heard about him. That, Kufuor had appointed some brilliant young man to Washington to be an ambassador. He was in Washington, he wasn't quite happy with it, he wanted to come down. Again, Kufuor obliged. What did Kufuor do? Kufuor removed a stalwart in parliament, Kofi Kunadu Apreku, member of parliament who had been a stalwart of the MPP. He had been at the backside of, at the side of Professor Dubois to help him to work. And Apreku had been known in Ghana. Apreku was already a big name. Apreku was taken out of trade and Alan Kyerematen was given the job. Alan Kyerematen did the PSI, etc., etc. Not to say much about that. But in the year 2000's campaign, I was there. The MPP had to answer questions on PSI because the NDC was using it. That you did PSI and wasted money. Forget about all that. Then Alan Kyerematen was given significant support from Kufuor's castle in 2007. That's a dead story. Everybody knows that. The sitting president, John Kufuor, was endorsing a candidate in his party. Something that he shouldn't do. In fact, he didn't even do it publicly. But he did it behind the scenes. Water has gone under the bridge. So we now all know what's happened. But John Kufuor supported Alan behind the scenes because he's such a quintessential Democrat. He didn't want it to be obvious. He spoke to akufo-addo people as well. But everyone knew that Alan's campaign had been oiled by Kojo Mpianim. Kojo Mpianim, who is Kufuor's chief of staff, continues to speak for Alan. So there's no Alan Kyerematen without John Kufuor. Alan is nothing without John Kufuor. Today, listen to what Alan Kyerematen says about John Kufuor. I'm completely shocked. Why? Does Kufuor own Alan Kyerematen? Is Kufuor for Alan Kyerematen? Is that Alan Kyerematen's property? I don't understand it. Is John Kufuor Alan Kyerematen's property? Is that his property? I don't get it. How can you be unhappy because the leader of the NPP has endorsed the NPP candidates? Is that not natural? And they're asking Kufuor to keep quiet. Alan Kyerematen, what are you talking about? When you were running for presidential aspirant against Nana Akufo-addo, everybody knew that John Kufuor was supporting you. Nobody said anything because Kufuor has a right to choose who he supports in the party. That's the spirit of the NPP as I've seen it. And John Kufuor comes out to endorse his party candidate, and Alan Kyerematen is attacking him. And Alan Kyerematen joins the ranks of the NDC. I was going to use a word for them, but I can't use it. Alan Kyerematen didn't even condemn the insults that he has seen on social media. He has seen it. He actually joins the conversation to abuse the man who made you. The man who made Alan Kyerematen, you sit down and abuse him like that? That's what he has said, that he endorses Dr. Bawumia, his party's candidate, is a blot on his career. That's what Alan Kyerematen said.
It was a way introduction, young quarter supplement, boomement, and a sakachum shows and so. And Robert Alan Kyerematen Chile say, near Ekunu Kraw Kufuor statement in Hokrana saying, former President J. Kufuor Chile say, Dr. Bawumia is the best among the rest. Nakayasa Kufuor Krano or the Bawumia. Eto on Alan, Debbie, and yes, I'm calling that comparison of cry. And on a Paul Adom Otchere Destr0y said, Motion upon Portrait with you. Alan Kyerematen or Lebe or Alan, no, Bawumia. Ebusha had someone. Paul Adom Otchere, where's a way you swam Alano? Never knew that. Send under another down akufo-addo government way. Or more cabinet meeting now. Nipa Bakubida. Maintain that information you say.
But Alan, compare yourself to Bawumia. You are trade minister. Bawumia was deputy governor of the Bank of Ghana. You have been trade minister for 2 terms. He's been vice president and a very, very successful vice president. Alan cannot compare himself to Dr. Bawumia in any way. Maybe he's older than Dr. Bawumia, that's it. But what has Alan Kyerematen done that he's talking about Dr. Bawumia? Dr. Bawumia is deputy governor of the central bank. He has been vice president, an effective one. He has a PhD in economics. He's demonstrated his work. Dr. Bawumia was hired by the AFDB to go and help Zimbabwe. Has Alan Kyerematen forgotten? Please remind Alan Kyerematen. Has he forgotten? Dr. Bawumia was taken by the African Development Bank as an economist with a good brain to go and help Robert Mugabe's Zimbabwe get out of the doldrums of inflation and currency depreciation and all of those economic difficulties. The quagmire, the economic quagmire that Zimbabwe found itself in. The African Development Bank thought that Mahamudu Bawumia is the one to rescue Zimbabwe. Mahamudu Bawumia is a Ghanaian, he's not a Zimbabwean. What is Alan Kyerematen? Where is his record? He show us one record. Cassava record. Alan Kyerematen should not let us talk about him. We love him. He should stop that. What record is he talking about? He's comparing himself to Mahamudu Bawumia. Alan Kyerematen. What is he talking about? Does he think we are sleeping? Well, maybe he and his campaign people are sleeping. We are not sleeping, but we love them. Alan Kyerematen cannot compare himself to Bawumia in achievements. Take Kufuor out, take akufo-addo out. Put Alan Kyerematen and Bawumia down. What has Alan Kyerematen done in Ghana that is better than what Bawumia has done? I mean, what is he talking? What can Alan Kyerematen point to? What is he going to say? He's going to say that I did automobile under Akufo-Addo's government, 1 district, 1 factory. I did cassava under Kufuor's government. Mahamudu Bawumia, vice president, brought the digitalization. President Akufo-Addo himself acknowledges that this has been an effective vice president. Everybody in Ghana sees that this has been an effective vice president. Forget about vice president. African Development Bank carried Mahamudu Bawumia to Zimbabwe. The chief, come and help. But at that time, Bawumia had never been vice president. He had only been a deputy governor of the central bank, and that's all the AFDB, that's all the record they had about him. Well, he had taught in Canada, he had taught in Oxford. And that's Bawumia's record. How can Alan Kyerematen compare to Bawumia's record? Even the two of them comparing, Alan Kyerematen does not compare to Bawumia's record. But we love Alan Kyerematen, don't we? But is that how he should treat the love that we have for him? To use the love we have for him to denigrate our godfather? I can't understand this. And people are watching. And Alan Kyerematen he says Kufuor's, play the second Alan video. He talks about Kufuor's political image being blotted. Play that video, the second one.
It has created a big blot on his political career. Once you say them Kufuor, I can't say mom kagezino. Why? Yes, me
blot on his political career.
Now Kufuor, okay, won't he? Me too. It was nipa. Them sabi opia when you distinguished career in politics. Opia respect you. Really, no of no. Do I and because idea wo ye na enye no wo ye panyin na wo ye no bi ka che say over idea wo ye nya e se wo jai efiseti o wo ye he feels so osho when you now show kan ho a but me na the right he's been there before paka man sabi man for so me say dia me ka I'm just looking at the relationship for no
even the MPP minister said that somebody was sleeping in cabinet. The MPP ministers, they said, oh, somebody was always sleeping in cabinet. They said somebody was sleeping in cabinet all the time. 2018, 2019, somebody was sleeping in cabinet. The MPP ministers have told me. They've told other journalists that somebody was sleeping in cabinet all the time. Now, what Alan Kyerematen just said is more frightening. Is he suggesting, Alan, that he endorses the insults of President Kufuor? Is he suggesting that? Is that what Alan Kyerematen is suggesting? That Kufuor deserves the insults he's getting? He's almost saying that. Play that video again. The one you just played. Please listen.
It has created a big blot on his political career. Once you say them Kufuor, I can't say mom kagenzino. Why? Yes, me
blot on his political career.
Now Kufuor won't me too. It was nipa attempt sabi opia when you distinguished career in politics. Opia respect you.
So Alan is suggesting that the Kufuor has endorsed Bawumia and therefore it brings a blot on his image and that people are going to be attacking him. He's asking the host of the program, have you not seen how people are attacking President Kufuor? That's what he's asking the host of the program. So Alan Kyerematen endorses the horrendous, what word shall I use? I don't want to use those words. The very inappropriate, indecent language that has been used against President Kufuor. Alan Kyerematen says, President Kufuor, he's happy that this Hunto gentleman, the young man called Hunto, sitting on original radio, is able to say the things about Kufuor that he's saying. And Alan Kyerematen is suggesting to us tonight that Kufuor has brought these things upon himself. I mean, this is the lowest for Alan Kyerematen. Such a distinguished man. This is the lowest. Is that how politics can? Is that how when you are not winning politics, this is how you behave? Then I don't want to go to politics and not win. Is this how when you are not winning you behave? Is it some disease? Is it a disease?
Bumper to bumper when Adom Otchere Destr0y say he should go and sin no more. Man and try that. So back a seminatia, a former President Ayeka Kufuor, and also about challenging baby. Man and yada mistaken to be that because former President Ayeka Kufuor or no na oye alankas as a siano alankas. Why done it a Frantos Papado? And it's man in baby baby no no but me no how to Bawumia. Mr. Digital. Mr. When the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. They be man and try that. No pay economists, papa. And you don't know Bawumia. Now, young Ayeka Ursula Owusu na kache. Now, Ayeka Ursula say, well, who and some Alan Kyerematen or the about one thing about former President Ayeka Kufuor after so endorse Bawumia no. Now, ono dear Anyenyebiano be a question. Anyenyebiano, Alan Kyerematen. And the Kufuor government no ono pani nipa no onim nyansa and answer them. As someone say.
Alan is a better candidate than any of the two candidates in my body because Kufuor endorsed it. He's unhappy with it. So Kufuor betraying the trust. So only Kufuor Juma for so many years. Kufuor competencies was 70% of Kufuor's policies about Kufuor president. One on the buy. If there's anybody to endorse that, probably could have been him.
Isn't that an inflated view of his own importance?
An inflated view of his own importance? Acknowledging his contribution in Kufuor's administration and the competencies.
President Kufuor ama opportunity to serve in his government. And was a year with them pose out of the millions of Ghanaians. He chose you as Minister for Trade. President Kufuor policy 70% trade related. Is that what he said? And now he was the only person in Kufuor's government nobody else did anything. That's an inflated view of his own performance. Chief, but more Kufuor. But one thing we should give President Kufuor is say, he's an astute judge of human character, esteemed politician, experienced politician. He's seen it all, from Buzia regime to date, or that you see. And to carry on more new moye jumani nyinara and onim won wait. And to ne obano bekase I know all of them. Omo mujani nyina minimo. Na baby wiase ekoi. Me me feel say ye toma Dr. Bawumia ebeboa Ghana. Boni ben why? And no crapo he should in all humility have accepted say oh me offer. Woni me sign, woni me pa. No bia nim say Alan Kufuor nipa.
Yes. Exactly the point.
All all the more reason why he should have listened in all humility to Kufuor assessment. No, President Kufuor, on yet because of pay ASM and no PBSM. Ghana ye yenti. And I want to see Susu who say in Pempenswa ye Destr0y. Any abefun sisaya etumpon edi hiniwo wiasia fanenyi candidates ye jinenyi nara. The only one who's articulated a vision for the digital economy is Dr. Bawumia. Yeah. He is the only one who can move us into the 4th industrial revolution. He is the one who has the ideas, the vision, the knowledge. Ebe to me amma Ghana etumpon. Enti Alan medo pa nanso Wedie adabraka janchen. Timene nanka on the basis of that ne krapo no. Mene misumi ebe kwa kasa na maka se anamu maybe some who say anamu ya me tui. Ebebwa oman Ghana and ebebwa alan Kyerematen.
Okay.
So am I doing this for my own personal benefit?
What do you think? What was your suspicion?
Ask him.
But what's your suspicion? What am I your mother? What's the name? The Coordinator Chief, which way?
Very well.
Right.
He's a great friend of mine.
Yeah.
I think he's making a big mistake.
He's making a big mistake?
Absolutely. I think so. And President Kufuor's assessment of all the candidates and declaration of support for Dr. Bawumia should make him sit up. Instead, say, Obebo President Kufuor Chino. Said the OC can from station to station. Many na, and I will sit back and soberly assess the situation and take a decision. Say, maybe Kufuor's right. Maybe me ankasa me personal ambition clouded me judgment. Kakra. And it yes you trasa wechi. New Jinan China may be to me actually say near wo chiano. Maybe this is the time for him to take assess his own campaign, his own chances, and evaluate what he brings to the table and see say there are many ways in which we be to me assume one by. Oh my. Yes, oh yeah, mampening kwana be to me assume.
Alan Kyerematen, aka Afriex Papa, Miss Callway, and a winner from Ayeka Ursula Owusu, and Adom Otchere Destr0y, the Sage Ramos, what I say, or no Bogum Benesto Kwa. So, Alan, I'm out for you, but responding, and some Paul Adom Otchere can, you know. Now, debut, Alan, or Moko cabinet meeting or Kodan, I said, because Paul Adom Otchere and some are all cano. Mentias yet. Eh? Hey! Information there we are see. But Alan, say sama woka e no Paul so ichiremu a embo hu musuo da say wodo hu betoto Bawumia ebi man try won try a won say besi fo because ose Bawumia no Zimbabwe economy no eye Bawumia no o manage da yo na wo record na den a wo say a starch factory Paul Adom Otchere na no ya o se onim da se wo ko election na wulusu a eno crowd to me da na yare ma o se a disease ya kwai Debi Paul Adom Otchere just when put all respect Alan no way use that words no obi ko cabinet meeting na wokoda sleep pattern. Ebusan chewa hwema me comment section ho na share video we ma afoforo so answer nkebi hope sin ya obi adoye Afriex Prince when defended Afriex Papa Paul Adom Otchere no wabogumbele so parliament no macrow.
Sending money abroad just got a whole lot easier with Afriex. Our slick app makes international transfer crazy fast and super secure. Just tap a few buttons, money sent across the globe in minutes. One magic of Afriex is that you can add your debit card or load money to your Afriex wallet right in the app, then send those funds to your recipient overseas straight to their bank account at lightning speed and zero fees. You can earn a one-time bonus of $20 if you refer your friends and they send up to $150. Whether you're in the USA, Canada, Europe, or anywhere in the world, Afriex. Best rates at no cost with no hidden fees.